Welcome to the Mosaic Postcards for Mercury portion of the Messenger Education and Public Outreach website. You will see this site is divided into two areas. On the left is the Mosaic Postcards print side. By clicking on the print side, you can access all of the materials necessary to make your own mosaic of Mercury. This project was designed to mimic the process used by the Messenger science team. The spacecraft captures many high-resolution images of small plots of Mercury and assembles them together like a puzzle to create a large, high-resolution view of the entire planet. You can learn more about this process by clicking here. It will take you to a separate tab or open a new window depending on how your browser is set. If you want to just browse these cards or grid sections of Mercury, you can click on any of these boxes. This will take you to a larger view. If there is a back or text description of the grid space, for which there are currently 6, you can flip the card here. You can click on Print Download. It will open that card in a new window as a PDF file. That way you can easily print it or save it. If you want to create your own mosaic, you will need a blank grid and many cards. For this, you will want to click on Return to Grid. Once back at the grid, you can access the options for printing a blank grid onto which you will assemble the smaller images by clicking on Print Blank Grids right here. There are instructions for printing out and then 3 different options for creating a blank grid, depending on your resources. Scroll over each to see which works best for you. For example, there is an option to project your monitor and trace the blank grid onto butcher paper attached to the wall. Or there is an option to print the grid as 20 pages that you assemble. Lastly, you can print the grid onto transparency paper to project using an overhead projector. Now, to print the cards, you'll need to click on Return to Grid. We already talked about printing each of the cards individually from this screen, but if you would like to quickly and easily print all of the cards at once, you can click on Print All Cards. Notice again how you have several options, and if you mouse over these options, you can read more about them. For example, you can select this first option to open a PDF document that has all the fronts of all the cards, which is image side with labels. Or if you want your students to try to create this puzzle without hints, you can open and either print or save this PDF document that has all of the images without labels. You can print the 6 cards for which there are currently backs or text descriptions of that grid space. Check back soon because more of these are in production. Lastly, here you can access a blank template for the backs of the cards and have students create their own description of features in the Mercury grid sections. That sums up the resources available on the Mosaic Postcards print side of the website. Click on Home in the upper right to go back to the main home screen and learn about how to use the Surface Interactive side of the Mosaic Postcards for Mercury web environment.